Well, she was threatening us. We can't fear for our lives because she was trying to beat up my wife. So are you
saying that she showed the gun because she was in fear?
Yeah.
So you're saying she intends to show the gun?
On July 29th, 2024, officers responded to a call about a woman who pulled a gun on a hotel owner after being unhappy with the service.
But as of right now, I just need you to put your hands behind your back. Just drop the cigarette. You're not in trouble. You're just being detained right now for my safety. You do have a signal. You have a firearm on you.
Okay.
Where's it at?
It's on my right hip and holster.
211, how many units do you need?
2.
I have kids in the car, so I don't want to leave it in.
I just want you to take a deep breath, that's all. We're going to get every side out.
Jail. I didn't touch her. I didn't do anything.
You're just being detained because, again, that's just a procedure. Okay.
I'm like scared now. There's like so many
I've already
cops
read Miranda.
here, dude.
Dorsey's inside talking to the other guy. They got into a verbal argument.
I didn't touch her. I just
she
wanted
left,
to
and then
get
she
my
went back in to
kids.
get her kids to leave. But she said she denies ever showing her.
I didn't show it to nobody.
She knows.
I fixed my shirt because I have a toddler, and I noticed that my shirt's loose. So I noticed it was kind of showing and tucking in as I was buckling in my toddler, so I went like this to pull my shirt down.
We're gonna figure it out.
That's all I
So you're not
did.
under arrest or anything
I didn't
right now.
want it to be shown for that reason because I was afraid that they were going to think that I was trying to do that. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to pop out of my shirt.
Yeah, just talk to this deputy here.
Yeah, how you doing? What did you see happen?
So I was sitting at the head table here where a lot of the owners and a lot of the people that are regulars are sitting.
Okay.
And she got pissed, I guess, either by the level of service or whatever. She decided to brandish.
Well, when you mean brandish, like what did she do?
Like,
Okay.
Where was this
She pulled her shirt up and showed
right there.
inside?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, did she say anything when that happened? Was she...
She didn't make any threats.
Okay.
But as an ex-cop from Chicago,
Okay.
you know, like, you don't have to...
Was she paying a bill, or was she already ate?
They were already upset about the
Something?
transactions
Okay.
or the service or whatever. But as she started to walk out and she wasn't happy with the customer service, it became this.
And
To me, that's brandishing. And I would say, in my right state of mind, and I'm not going to lie, I've been drinking.
As she was walking out, she did that? Like walking to the door?
I would say that it was an intimidation thing.
Okay.
And as she started to make her way out, she had a complaint.
Okay.
The complaint became belligerent
Okay.
and became one of,
Okay.
All right. Just so unnecessary.
No, dude, she's going to say that I tried to put my hands on her. She's going to say all this stuff that she got in my face.
It's okay. We have multiple witnesses.
I just wanted to get my kids, dude, that they had inside.
Hey, I know. She's got anxiety. She's bipolar, depression.
I just wanted
all
my
diagnosed.
kids. I have postpartum. You're
just gave
separating
birth
me
2
from
months
my
ago.
kids. Can you please check on Luca?
Embarrassing.
This is so embarrassing. They told us to leave, and that's what we're doing.
They were sitting on that side. They got pissed off because everybody at the bar is a little loud. And then husband, boyfriend, whatever, he came out here and he said to my husband, if you don't control his mouth, I'm going to go and control it myself. My husband's like, don't worry about it. I understand. We're going to close the doors. So I went and closed the doors. When I closed the door, he's like, oh, you should have done that before. I pretend I didn't even hear her and I walked out because we had prior problems with his father here before for being disrespectful and calling people out, whatever. So Scott apologized outside to him, said, listen, I'll cover your bill as an apology, whatever. And then she got mad. She's like, oh, I don't need you to cover my bill. The principle is that you cursed and I have a son. I was sitting here quiet, whatever, and she started calling me a bitch. That's when I got up. I was like, what did I do to you? I didn't even treat you bad. Like, oh, you gave me a nasty look. And then she started like acting like she's taking all the stuff out of her pocket to fight me.
And she was
I'm
inside or outside when you were
outside. I was outside with her. And then I came back inside and she was there. She put the baby and the stuff, continued cursing, whatever. And then she brandished her gun like this way as if she's going to do something to me. I felt like that was a threat. I'm sorry.
What did it look like?
Like a limeish color, lilac holster.
Like a green, blue, yellow, purple?
Greenish.
Okay.
Greenish blue.
Are you willing to write a written statement?
Absolutely.
You guys want to pursue charges?
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah.
I just came here to have lunch with my kids. We've been coming here for years, dude. I've spent
That's
thousands.
our next question. Have you guys been here before? Like, do they know
We've
who
spent
you are?
thousands here. This is a family
parents,
place.
I'm Portuguese. My parents are from Portugal. They
We had
come
our
here
son's first birthday
once a week
here.
when they lived here, and they know them very well. So that's the part where I'm a little confused. And he said the last time my dad was here, he was in.
They're taking it out against us.
And then
because
now
of your
that's basically, I
parents.
feel like what my dad did or whatever is being taken out on us now. Dude, this is crazy, bro. I've never
done anything to her for her to talk to me like that.
Do you have your ID with you too?
Can I like move in the shade a little bit? I'm like standing right in the sun and I just want to see my newborn.
And you have no weapons on you, do you?
No, sir.
Are there any other weapons in the car?
The only one that you just took. That's
Okay. So where did the firearm come into play?
So when we buckle in our kids, or if their kids aren't buckled in, it's in the center console. So we like to take it out or either put it on one of our hips. So just in case he doesn't fumble around and get in there, because we were going to smoke a cigarette before we got into the car.
Okay. So it wasn't with you guys when you were inside?
No, we don't bring it inside.
So what was the exact reason for taking the gun out of the car then?
Because my 4-year-old is sitting in the car right now by
Yeah.
himself and he wasn't buckled. And sometimes he likes to crawl in the front seat and like, you know, kind of go through stuff. So anytime we're smoking a cigarette before we leave somewhere, either me or my husband, if he's with me, take the gun out of the car and strap it to our hip because we can't just leave it laying somewhere. So we strap it so it's on us, and then when we get in the car, we put it back to where it belongs, and then we go home.
Before that point, like before the whole putting the kids in the car, you guys didn't already smoke a cigarette?
Oh, he did. He was outside smoking a cigarette. I had come outside to smoke a cigarette before we had gotten the kids in the car, but then she had started screaming at me and the whole altercation happened.
Okay.
So I didn't even get to. So then...
So if the altercation happened, right, as you explained, so you guys just argue with them, you intended to then go and smoke a cigarette in front of business?
No, I was putting my kids in the car. So as my husband's trying to buckle in my kids and we were getting ready to leave, I had a cigarette in my hand because I was stressed out. So I was like, all right, I'm going to just smoke a cigarette before we get in the car and go.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, okay, you just had an altercation with them inside. Okay, so you guys were leaving.
Yes,
He already came out to smoke a cigarette.
correct.
Right?
I should have just left. You're right. I
So,
should have stayed and smoked a cigarette.
You're
I should've just
saying that
left.
you were then going to, after putting the kids in the car, then stand in front of the business of what you just argued with both owners in front of, and then smoke a cigarette in front of business?
I didn't think that 2 seconds.
We were back here.
I'm talking to her right now.
I was here in the parking lot. I didn't.
I'm not saying
I didn't think there
I'm
was
not
an
saying where
issue.
you're standing, but I'm saying that you just had an altercation with someone. You guys are trying to separate, and then you're going to stand in front of business for the extent of smoking a cigarette.
I only took a couple of drags off of the cigarette. I didn't think it was going to cause such an issue. Because we were
It's
leaving
not. I'm not saying it's
peacefully.
about how much you actually smoke.
It's just in general.
I'm saying that you had an argument, and then after the
I get
immediately
it.
after the argument, you're going to smoke.
I get it. I should have just left. I have really bad anxiety, so I needed a cigarette, so I took a couple. I should have just left. You're right.
So what about them saying that you guys were like you and the wife are trying to fight?
No, we didn't even get near each other. We got into a screaming match.
Okay.
I was far away from her.
They said you're
Way
taking
away.
stuff out of your pockets to fight.
No, I gave my phone to my husband to go get my kids.
Where are the kids at?
Inside.
I get that you want to jump in. He's just getting her statement for right now. If you got something to add, you can talk to him after.
Yeah.
Honey, can you check on the kids? Your body's like scared.
Sorry, I'm gonna call Kenny right now.
I didn't do anything wrong. I'm so confused. I didn't touch nobody or anything. I'm so confused. Like, why she even called the cops? Like, we didn't even get near each other.
Okay. Just for the time being, just because a lot of people had to leave, you're not under arrest right now. I'm trying to have you sit in the back so I can do what I need to do. Because
I'm going to jail.
I still need to figure out exactly what occurred in the statute, but I'm having you sit in the back now. You're detained at this time, but I need you to sit back there while I do what I need to do.
I'm going to jail.
Do you have anything else in your pockets at all, just right now?
Am I going to jail?
What's in your back pocket?
That's the. You took the holster out.
No, your back pocket.
I'll be a lighter.
I'm just gonna take the cigarettes out, okay?
Am I going to jail?
Like I said, right now you're detained. What's in this back right pocket?
It's a lighter.
Can you pull it out for me?
Yeah. I'm going to jail, dude.
I didn't say you're, I said right now you're just detained. Okay? Just sit back here for now. It's like I said.
I have a newborn. I can't go to jail. I didn't do anything. Can you take my glasses off of my face? I feel claustrophobic. And is the AC on?
I can roll the windows down and get you some air. Just like I said, I'll see everyone's leaving, right? So that's why you're sitting back here right now. Okay? Alrighty.
Who do you want?
Well, I won't be able.
He keeps looking at me. I'm gonna
You keep saying we're gonna. Can I see that? You get a recorder?
I didn't get it on video yet.
Yeah, we all saw it.
That's fine. I just free to fill out. I'll document it too.
Yeah, he keeps saying I'm.
You had a question before I walked inside?
Yeah, I'm just so confused on because of the fact that they started that whole situation, and we're in this position right now because they started it.
Yeah. I mean, either way, just first and foremost, this is going to be a written trespass form. You're not trespassing from the business. You come back anytime from this point forward, then you'll be subject to arrest.
I won't be here.
This is your copy. So at this point, she is going to go to jail.
What?
Okay.
For what?
For improper display of a firearm.
She never displayed it though.
Well, it's how they perceived it. They saw the firearm. They were able to describe the firearm. So it was out at some point enough for them to be able to vividly describe exactly what color and what it looked like. Okay.
Yeah, because her shirt was up. It came
if you guys
up.
were just in an argument with someone, then there should have been no reason to even touch a firearm or any manipulate in any way, shape, or form because
so I
of
should
perception.
just leave it with my 4-year-old inside then?
Well, you guys should have gotten in the car and left. Respectfully, that's what should have been happened.
Okay.
Either way, that's just how it is right now. They saw a firearm. They felt threatened by the sight of the firearm and the way it was displayed.
Well, she was threatening us. We can't fear for our lives because she was trying to beat up my wife.
So are you saying that she showed the gun because she was in fear?
Yeah.
So you're saying she intentionally showed the gun?
No, she didn't intentionally show the gun.
Okay, so she didn't show the gun because she was in fear, because she didn't do it on purpose.
No. It was the only reason why it came out is because our kids were in the car.
But that should have been a non-issue if you guys just got in the car and left.
I get it, but for the hostile situation, she has anxiety, right?
Yeah.
She's depressed.
So if she has anxiety, she should have left immediately, not lingered around trying to smoke another cigarette or anything.
We weren't lingering. We were putting the kids in the car.
Either way, that's what's going to happen. It's just a misdemeanor offense, not a felony. But she should be able to get booked and then be able to call you and figure out bonding and all that. All right?
Oh my God, dude. You guys are ridiculous, bro. I just called Kenny Commander, and he's like, dude,
that's fine. Either way, him being a commander has nothing to do, you knowing him has nothing to do with this place and time. At which my investigation, she committed a crime. All right, and she's going to jail for that crime. All right?
You guys are...
All right. Just take that off of your hip and off the
Yeah, like I didn't even show it at all, officer. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know how I can.
If that's the case, it was out enough and to the point where they were able to see it and just.
The bottom part.
They were able to describe this and the gun.
How? The whole
it was.
thing is teal.
It was out in a manner that's not for them to see. I guess I don't know. I wasn't here. I just based off statements.
Not what happened.
Either way. You would have talked to your attorney and figure that part out, but at this time you have to go just based on that statement.
Am I going to stay the night in jail?
I don't believe so. You just have to get booked.
I breastfeed. I can't. My baby needs to be gives me hours. I don't know how. What am I supposed to do?
So you're gonna go down and get booked, talk to the jail. They'll be able to answer those questions about it for you. As soon as you're booked, my report's done. It's not gonna take me that long. You'll be able to get released.
I have to post my bond.
No, he'll be able to do all of that. He'll call a bondsman. It's 10%. I do not believe so. I'm not going to tell you 100% certain no, but I'm almost certain because it's a misdemeanor offense that you don't need to. It's not considered a violent felony. You don't need to apologize to me. I know what you're saying, but
I promise you I didn't flash it at anybody. My shirt got stuck.
But you can see how it looks, right? Where you guys just arguing and coincidentally.
That's never have my babies with me.
I hear you, but that's the reason why. Okay, it has to be this way. You'll go down, you get booked, and you'll be able to get out. Okay.
I'm sorry, but mommy's not coming. Mommy be home tonight. Mommy be home tonight, okay? I'm sorry, but what?
All right, so it's just a misdemeanor arrest. You're gonna have a bond. You're gonna get a phone call. All right, so take it one step at a time. But unfortunately, though, regardless of all that, you are trespassing on this property. I do gotta see you leave, okay?
Okay, I know.
All right.
You guys like think I'm like retarded?
No,
I repeated the same thing over and over.
Well, I'm trying to encourage you to leave. That's all. Okay.
I know, but I am doing that. You don't need to encourage me while I'm doing it.
I'll see you guys. Okay.